Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Don't Gaslight Me, Jesus, a Dungeon Crawler Carl reading and rereading podcast. I'm Data, and today we are talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl, the first book in the eponymous Dungeon Crawler Carl series, and we are talking about chapters 5 through 10. Those are the chapters we read, so those are the ones we were talking about. And I'm joined today by...
Jennifer?
Michael?
Timmy!
You didn't. Okay.
I almost tried to come up with some crazy princess name, but I didn't do it, so hey.
That can be for next time.
Yeah.
For some reason, I said Michael instead of just Mike.
I wondered. I was like, maybe, that's what
Very
he's going
formal.
by now.
I'm very formal tonight. I'm wearing a tux for this.
So let's get right into this. Welcome back, crawlers, to the first floor. So yeah, 6 chapters this time. I was going to say slightly bigger chunk. It's actually about the same amount of text as the first 4 chapters. But what did you guys think of these 6 chapters?
Very exposition-y, so lots of discussion of kind of how everything works, which is important because you have to know all that, but also definitely probably not the most fun chapters. But I do quite enjoy foot fetishes. Who doesn't? So, we could start like an OnlyFans with foot pics or something. I feel like that was what was going on here with this AI. I don't know why that stuck in my head, but I kept laughing at that. It was like, oh my gosh, really? His feet are probably disgusting. Why do we love his feet?
You're not wrong. I think it mentions a couple of times that, yes, his feet are pretty disgusting with gore from various things.
Like white slime and bits of cockroach or whatever they were called. But yeah, sounds totally pleasant.
I just want to say that I totally called the cat talking. So,
yes.
there's
Both of
that.
you did, yeah. I
So
think Tim
true.
was the only one who was not
I
on
was.
board the cat talking train.
We obviously needed a very sassy character, and they delivered.
Yeah. I was enjoying the fact that Carl is already kind of just accepted that this is now his life. And he's only like pulled out of it like at one point when he realizes like, wait, everyone's dead. Like the whole world's gone. And it was just, but it's been interesting just having him just kind of locked into this world now. And that kind of helped ground me into it because like as he's figuring out stuff now, I'm like, yes, that's interesting. That's going to come up later. And also they're still kind of laying in this background story of what is actually going on with this company that runs this. So that's been fun discovering like the minutia of the background politics of this universe.
Yeah, there's lots of little hints dropped about not just the Borant Corporation, but like the government, but also like the syndicate. I think there's lots
The syndicate,
yeah. There's lots of little tidbits dropped to try to give you a glimpse at what's going on behind the scenes.
I actually really liked these chapters. They were, to me, better than the first, 4 chapters that we did?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just mood. Maybe my mood was better when I read this time. I don't know. I enjoyed it much more than the first bit. And yeah, I was completely wrong about the cat.
Hey, everybody's got to be wrong sometime.
I mean, it's more interesting if we're wrong more often than not, I think. It's at least funnier.
I thought you were saying it's more interesting if the cat can talk, which is probably also true.
It's also true that it's more interesting that the cat can talk, especially since we're nowhere close to meeting any other humans.
Yeah, you got to wonder how many in like Carl's area of the world lived through the collapse to actually go into the stairway.
Mm-hmm. The scale of everything is still kind of questionable to me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know exactly how big these levels are and how they're all connected. Is it really the entirety of the world? Can't be, right? Because that's stupid, but maybe it is.
If it's as big as the surface of the world, yeah, no.
Yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought this was a good bunch of chapters. Also, good cliffhanger because it took every bit of self restraint to just go. All right, put it down.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I planned the chapter breaks strictly on like the length,
Uh-huh.
and so I was also kind of surprised when you got there and goes, "Wow, that's actually a good cliffhanger ending there."
It
To
was.
have chosen.
You're kind of evil with that. Like, why?
Well, that's okay because as soon as we're done talking, you can go and read the next chapters if you want. So
That's true.
He's like
Yeah,
the DM for our reading assignments.
the DM is evil. It's always the player's fault, obviously.
And I
You-
didn't even get to gain a level.
It's like, did you fall into lava? Well, maybe you shouldn't have done that, player.
I've read a bunch. Don't I get a pizza?
It's like $4 for a large pizza.
Apparently, yeah. Good deal. Go check it out. All right. Well, then let's get into these chapters. So the first one, we're coming back in. They were in the middle of Mordecai's in the middle of teaching them the various ins and outs, or him, I should say. We're not at them yet, of the system. And now it's time to finally open up our boxes, our loot boxes, which is really what everyone has been waiting for, I'm sure, is the loot. Also, we hear that last season was a slot-based inventory system. This year, they're trying something new. It's basically limitless inventory space, which I think we can all agree is always better in a game.
Always. It's a weird like leftover from like technical like limitations.
It's like Final
Mhm.
Fantasy VII, you can stack 99
Yes.
of everything, and it's great. No, the only rule is you can't store living creatures. They will immediately die. So that's good to know. Don't try to put Donut in your inventory.
Is that a way to defeat something later? Is what I was wondering.
Oh, that does sound like an
That's a
exploit.
good idea.
Sounds like an awful way to die.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're going in the bag. You're going into the bag of holding. No.
That happens with Bag of Holding too. Something dies if it spends a little while in there, right? So
Mm.
this is instant, but I think in Bag of Holding, I think you can be in there for a little while before you die. Also, the note that food the storage is time locked, so food won't go bad. We had that issue last time with people just starving to
You're
death,
just
and
starving to death.
it did not make for good TV.
That's good, both for like contestants and yeah, I imagine just watching a bunch of people slowly starve or dehydrate would be the problem, right? You dehydrate before you starve.
Almost certainly, yeah. Unless I
Yeah,
guess
that
water was
wouldn't be
plentiful.
fun to watch.
It said, food was going bad in their inventories. Water is not going to go bad in your inventory, I guess.
No.
And it probably smelled awful.
But,
It may have a flavor. What does your inventory taste like if you put water in it?
Just pour it
I feel like
directly
when you
into your
talk-
inventory.
I don't know.
You just squeeze the bag of holding and you just squish it out.
But then he gives him a healing potion, and we get an introduction to how potions work. Basically, you can drink them straight out of your hot bar or whatever. Your hot list is what they call it.
Yeah.
Or you can pull it out of your inventory, and then you actually have to pull the cork out and drink the bottle.
I just want him to one time try to drink one because he was told that they taste horrible. I just want him to just instantly get sick the moment he tries to taste one.
It's like, I'm healed, but I'm going to throw up.
I imagine it tastes like remember old cherry Robitussin when we were growing up?
Oh, yeah.
That's all I could smell it. I had sense memory when they were like, it really doesn't taste good. I was like, I know what that tastes like.
Watch it taste delicious. We're just going off of Mordecai's definition of what tastes good.
Yeah, like
He's a rat
Yeah, he's
monster.
not
We don't know
human.
what he likes.
He also says
Yeah.
some of the potions taste like shit, so not necessarily
Okay.
all of them. I like the description of the health potion increases your health by at least 50%, which that's a percentile. Once your health gets really high, a standard healing potion remains good, I guess.
Mhm.
right.
Does not cure things such as succubus-inflicted gonorrhea, so wrap it up, bucko. And then he starts looking at Carl's boxes, and he's like, holy tits, you have a legendary pet box. Why didn't you say so? And Carl's just irritated, like, you wouldn't let me look at my boxes. What?
Yeah. I wasn't allowed to do anything with those yet.
And then we see all the notifications or several of the notifications Carl has ignored recently. You inflicted damage on a mob. You killed a mob. You killed an armed mob with your bare fucking hands. Holy crap, dude, that's kind of fucked up. You received a bronze weapon box. It's like, clearly you didn't have a weapon. We will get you one.
Someone will be
and
by
nice.
to assign you one.
And then we have what Jennifer has already mentioned, the podophilia achievement.
Mhm.
You've used your bare feet to crush and kill an opponent. Hey, that's my fetish. Seriously, keep doing it and you'll be rewarded. This will help.
Seriously, from the very beginning, the author has been describing his feet and and what he's wearing on his feet and what he has on his feet. And then he gets a ring at one point.
I wonder if the author has a foot fetish.
Maybe. Yeah. The author is secretly the AI. I mean, he's secretly everybody, I guess. But
Yeah.
It's not a secret.
and not a
That's
secret.
kind of how that works.
It's a feature, not a bug.
Working at his own.
And he gets something called a gold shoe box for this, and probably hopes that it will be shoes. It is not.
Nope. Just a toe ring.
Also, he leveled up and gained a level in his pugilism skill, the art of beating the shit out of your opponents with closed fists. Each level of this skill increases your bare knuckle damage by 25%, which, after a few levels, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah. The level scaling seems to be really in his favor. I don't know what the problem is going to be going forward.
Other players is
I mean,
what
that's
I'm
true.
assuming.
Could be. He's like, let's crack these open. Hopefully there's some pants in one of these. That there's not. And we learned that when you have to be in a safe room to open your boxes, you also can't open specific boxes. It's all or nothing. So if you want to open one, you got to open all of them.
Can other players see the loot boxes?
In what way do you mean?
Like, can they actually witness someone opening loot boxes? Is this like
Oh.
is this like a thing where time slows down or whatever?
Ooh.
Because like if somebody starts, I know you can only do it in like a safe zone or everything, but the thing I'm getting to is like Activision has this patent so that when you open loot boxes in some of their games, other players see the loot boxes opening to give a FOMO kind of thing. And you're like,
Ah.
oh man, I want to get that, which is a terrible scum thing. The company destroyed a planet to do a reality show. And I'm like, can you see other people like opening loot boxes and just go, oh, stupid, I want that loot box.
I mean,
I think Carl does see another, like, because not to like jump ahead, but he does see the items come out of like another player's box because
Yeah.
he actually sees the item, but he's not allowed to see what the item is or does.
And see, here's the
That's
fun
right.
part of this being a book. I saw that in my head brain with my little meat. I was like, what this is this guy looking at a menu that is available to anyone to look over.
Mm.
So I didn't know if like I assume he sees the loot box and I'm like, is it like 3 inches away from his face and like really tiny, or is it like an actual physical? I don't know. I'm thinking about things that I don't think anyone else would ever have questions.
No, I think no. You're right though, because I think that he does actually describe each box because he describes when he gets up to like the gold level that it's a bigger box than the
Yep.
previous ones. Yeah. So these are physical objects when he sees them.
yeah, when it starts out, he says that 10 boxes came out of his inventory and appeared floating in front of me in single file. And the first few were about half the size of a military footlocker, which seems large to me,
Yeah.
especially considering that he gets like a scroll and some tiny pet biscuits out of the first one. And I'm like, well, that didn't need to be that big.
Here's a toe ring.
Because of
It's the size of the power that matters, not the size of the item.
Fair.
That was 25 days worth of food. But okay.
here's a toe ring. You're now an early 2000s girl.
So true. I love the toe ring. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny. Imagine him squishing cockroaches with the toe ring.
Military footlocker is like as wide as a bed because it's a footlocker. It's at the
Yeah,
foot
exactly,
of the
right?
bed. Yeah, that's
like
way
a
too
small
big.
bed, but it's not like a king size bed or anything you get in the military. But yes, it is large.
I think the author was maybe thinking of like a ammo box or something, and like that was like the size that I would think these would be about. But
Ammo box would have made more sense to me. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it's half the size of a military footlocker, but still, that's quite large.
larger than a shoebox.
They showed the loot boxes in a line.
Yep. And they
Can
open
somebody
one at a
in front of
time
them.
and then puff away.
Do they have clipping? Like Can you jump on one of these? Can you get like somebody else to jump across something because you're going to open up your loot boxes?
This is a fair question, actually.
That actually, if these are physical objects in space, then yeah, that is a potential thing you could maybe do. If you're now thinking of you're now thinking in the terms of how are they going to break the game using this mechanic?
That's
Yeah.
video games, though, and this is so video
know.
game coded. Like,
Yeah,
who doesn't try to break video games, especially if something has physics to it? And you're like, all right, what can I do to cheese
That's
something?
half the fun.
Exactly. Like,
If it's
XP
anything like
is
a
the
modern
only thing
video
that
game,
matters.
there's going to be unlimited patches happening as people break various things.
Oh my god, that'd be fun too.
there is the possibility that these are hard light constructs, and then the thing becomes real when the thing opens or something. We don't know just yet how they function in this world, but that is an interesting thing to bring up. Are these physical objects, or are they just holograms?
Well, yeah, and when you say that, it makes me think so if they are physical, if they have any level of physicality to them, they appear in a line in front of you. Are they locked to whatever direction you're facing? Can you then swing a giant line of boxes around the room and smack people just by turning?
I use power of capitalism to defeat my enemy.
It's a way to PvP in a safe zone.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that my mind goes to is just PvP a safe zone area. Take out your friends. Do it.
We don't know if the rules change the further down we go.
They
Yeah,
probably
that's
do.
interesting. They probably do. Yeah.
That's all Mordecai's here to do is just go, you don't know, kid.
But we're
And it's
apparently
all-
only going to have him up till floor 3, he says. So
Yes.
Although there's some melancholy there too that makes me go, then he's a a mob that he has to fight or something.
Right?
That would suck.
Yeah, he changes roles in some way.
Oh, that would be sad.
I feel like we'll have to see him again, but is it going
I
to
do
be
too.
in a bad way?
I am aware of Mordecai. I have no strong
No.
feelings.
I think he told us in the last section that once he's done with floor 3 with them, he goes and works in a magic
Something?
guild on a lower
Mm.
floor.
Okay.
I believe that's what he said.
The urge to look up is so big, and I'm like, I can't
Nope.
do that. This is
Can't do
all
it.
about just.
Blind reaction.
That's the thing that I've had for 20 years or something. You have a minor question, you go, phone. What is the answer to this question that I just have in my head?
It's weird to consider that didn't used to be how things worked.
Right? You had to just be wrong for.
Of course, now it's a little different, Tim. Now it's, I'm going to put this into Chat GPT. Oh, wait. Chat just told me that I'm God and I can sell all my possessions. That's cool.
It says I should eat rocks and
It
put
says
glue
I
on pizza.
discovered new physics.
Awesome.
That's better than old physics, Tim.
It actually says Mordecai is from Borderlands 1. He was a sniper.
So, okay, in his boxes, he gets a scroll of heal critter, some pet biscuits, some torches. I like the common fingerless gloves, which he does put on, but don't give any enhancements that we can tell. He just has fingerless gloves now.
He just looks like Casey Jones now.
Yeah. He gets a toad cudgel, which I love the description. It looks like a baseball bat made by someone who only had a vague idea what a baseball bat was. And then a literal fireplace poker.
I was
Which
really
he
hoping.
immediately hated.
True.
I love the fire poker. I was like, that's the better weapon.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Right? I was like, what's so bad about that? It's pokey, it's sharp. I mean,
Yeah.
Made of
for a
metal.
level 1 weapon, that's not so bad.
He's
Yeah.
been fighting little small things.
And the toad
Like
cudgel,
a cudgel,
was,
yeah, you can do a lot more damage, but you can just poke eyes with the poker.
I was disappointed by the cudgel too, because I heard toad cudgel and I was like, does it look like it's made out of toads? What does that mean? And it was just it's a cudgel that a toad probably used in a mob,
Oh,
and that was disappointing.
like cow tools.
I don't know about that, but no, when I heard
I don't know about that.
when I heard toad cudgel, I thought it was gonna look like it was like a carved toad baseball bat looking thing, and I'm just like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And I was like, does it croak when you swing it or something? And I was like, oh, it's just a stick. It's just a stick that he used. So I'm like, oh,
Honestly, I think in my imagination, it's like Super Mario Toad. So it's a stick with a mushroom on it,
when you swing-
Ah,
Yeah, and when you swing it, you got to go.
you gotta make the little sound. It makes it all better.
Gets poison antidote, some torches, some crawler biscuit. So there's pet biscuit and there's crawler biscuit, so that you can eat some food. I like the goblin box, which comes with dynamite and a lighter, and the goblin pass, which I feel like this is where we immediately see the potential downside of being forced to open all your boxes if you want to open them, because the goblin pass is a little image that flies out and attaches itself to his forearm as like
It
a
is
tattoo
mandatory.
or a brand. Yeah.
Yeah.
A forever labeled goblin.
Yeah. And then he actually gets an enchanted night gaunt cloak of stoutness, an enchanted troll skin shirt of pummeling, and an enchanted toe ring of the splatter skunk.
But no pants.
And he's not happy. He's like, I needed shoes, damn it, not a toe ring. Yeah, also no pants. Good point.
It looks like a homeless Batman in front of a MegaCon or something.
I don't think he's trying hard enough to get shoes. There's perfectly good goblin corpses right there.
I know. You could just like walk around with them on your feet.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna give him shoes. I think if he got shoes, they'd just find some way to make them disappear because they love his feet.
This is going to be a running thing, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
And then in the legendary box, he gets an enhanced pet biscuit and 500 regular pet biscuits. And he's like, what the hell is an enhanced pet biscuit? And Mordecai's like, oh, yeah, you should use that right now, or else like save it and sell it later. But that can do a lot of stuff to your pet, and some of the things are bad. Over 100 different possible effects. I feel like you're rolling a D100 here to see which one happens.
Mm-hmm.
For a second, I thought that she was going to turn into a Wampa from Star Wars.
That would be cool.
Just for a minute, just for a second, I was like, "Oh no!"
See, I had a very different and horrible oh no, because again, I have no idea what this book is going to be like at all.
Mhm.
Like, for all I know, this is an elaborate troll by Data, and it's just like a really bad book. I don't know yet, you know? So I'm reading this, and I'm like, oh, it turned into like goo, and it's turning into something else. I'm like, if he starts dating his hot cat girlfriend.
I
See,
did
that's funny
have a
because my first
thought.
thought was like Jessica Rabbit coming out of that box. Like it was going to be some cartoony Jessica Rabbit.
Right? Is skin for your pet. Yay!
And Jennifer was hoping that he'd date her, so
So she was hoping, I was fearing.
The ex is gone. I'll date her cat. I don't care.
Closet furry. He doesn't know it.
Get over her by getting on top of her cat.
oh, when you say it like that, it doesn't sound good.
We went there. Sorry.
We learned that if something bad happens and the pet tries to attack him, it will get transported away because he's in a safe zone. So
Mhm.
this is good information to have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but he could sell it later and it would get a couple thousand gold for it. And this is where he starts thinking like, I've been trying to avoid thinking of this, but I mean, she's a cat and this is a dungeon. Like, she's going to be a liability if I can even keep a hold of her. And so, yeah, maybe I should sell this and just get rid of her, basically. And then the cat jumps up and eats the thing and goes splat and turns into like a pile of goo.
Sounds like a cat. I'm just saying. You can't keep a treat out around a cat.
Nope.
You
And
cannot.
they always turn into a pile of goo afterwards, like every time.
Yeah.
If
Then
she
it
fits,
exploded.
and then it exploded.
Oh, I mean, could happen, I guess. I wonder if that's one of the 100 possibilities. Is just the cat blows up.
Definitely.
Bomb.
You think these guys who destroy planets for amusement don't have just bad dice roll luck, and you just put something on, it's like, good job. It's the jacket of self-immolation.
Oh, that would suck.
I mean that is a meme in the real world too, because this book is full of the memes, and exploding kittens is like a meme. So
True, I've got that game. Mordecai does say you will not get outright cursed stuff in a loot box. So that doesn't mean you can't find the jacket of self-immolation somewhere.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that
'cause maybe that's not a
implies-
curse. You just throw
Yeah.
it at enemies.
hey, put this on. Okay,
It's a
this is
thrown
pretty
weapon.
Cool.
So while they wait for Donut's transformation, he starts examining his loot. The Goblin Pass is a tattoo that you cannot hide, even regardless of what armor you're wearing. removes automatic goblin hostility, but goblin enemies such as fairy class creatures deal 20% more damage. That kind of sucks. I feel like, I guess it depends on if you're going to run into more goblins or more fairies, but
I feel like fairies are a high level enemy, so it sucks.
I agree. And they're tricksy.
Yes. You don't want to be an enemy to fairies. Goblins, I imagine, are just the first few levels. Like, you can't do goblins the entire way down.
Well, he just has to
they're
make
generally stupid.
he just has to make sure that he's a steel type whenever he goes up against them.
It is very Pokemon.
And I like to note he doesn't like tattoos. His dad had a bunch of tattoos, and that's why he does not associate them with being cool.
Yeah, getting some angst in there.
Right, yeah, just a little bit.
My dad beat me.
My
That's
dad
why I
was a
gotta beat these
goblin.
goblins.
His dad was a goblin, exactly. Yeah.
Captain Daddy issues.
He gets the cloak out, which it says looks like the wing of a demon, and when he puts the hood up, it has little pointed ears on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
But it has pretty good stats. It's like +4 to Constitution, anti-piercing resistance, resistant to poison, and ice-based attacks.
Yeah, all I thought of was that when Batman put up his friggin' wing when Mr. Freeze tried to freeze him and it like deflected the freeze beam or some crap. Like, so I'm like, are we gonna get some Batman hijinks in here? Like, is there a shark repellent in there as well?
It does say it makes you look like a dollar store Batman. So,
Mhm.
But if a Night Gaunt sees you, they won't be happy.
Which again feels like a higher level enemy.
Night Gaunt is a new word for me. I don't know if that's an existing thing or if it's made up for this book, but I don't know. Oh, hey, I googled that, and it says Night Gaunts are a species of flying creatures in the Cthulhu mythos.
Oh no, that's not good. Yeah,
Yeah,
those are going to be high
felt
level.
like
No fun.
he's getting a bunch of gear that's good for like the low levels, but he's gonna have to switch it out. Except for the tattoo. Tattoo just sucks.
Yeah, I stuck with that.
Can't do anything about the tattoo, sadly.
Send your cat.
And then he has his troll skin shirt of pummeling, which gives him +7 to regeneration, which Mordecai explains basically means he will heal within like a couple minutes after every fight. So
It's
that's
like
good.
80s Wolverine.
Yeah.
It makes them super sexy.
No one's going to be turning Carl into like a skeleton and he's regenerating from that. But
Yeah. It's not 2000s Wolverine. 80s Wolverine.
enhances a bunch of his skills, stun, knockback, disarm. Maybe a little too stylish. Unlike most monster skin apparel, this shirt will not grant negative reaction against trolls. In fact, lady trolls might just want to haul you away for some one-on-one time.
Wrap it up, bucko.
And so, I feel almost more worried about that than the Night Gaunts being mad at you in the previous one.
Or the fairies more damage.
No, I'm still more worried about the fairies.
But that means that trolls and goblins are going to like him more than anything else.
That's bound to go really well, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
And his toe ring gives him +3 to strength and +3 to powerful strike, which Mordecai says is each level multiplies your damage when not wielding a weapon. So at level 3, each kick or punch does 3 times the damage it would normally do. So he has just tripled his unarmed combat ability.
Yeah, he has no excuse to use weapons anymore. At least until the respec.
I like to note in the description, it's probably uncomfortable and makes you look like one of those hippie assholes who sit around in a field juggling and hula hooping. Just very judgmental are these descriptions.
Yes.
And Mordecai suggests he take like a monk class when the time comes, because that'll enhance his unarmed damage even further.
Which means D&D monk, which is a Shaolin monk, you know?
Well, the D&D monks, like there's some weird subclasses in
They
5e for monks.
Yeah, because it's also got a lot of magic, which he's not good at, so maybe more of a barbarian than a monk.
Carl's like, wait, I could be a ninja? Maybe Mike predicted last time that he'd get like a gauntlet or something as a weapon. So I think that may be the closest to like he'll just punch things that we had as a prediction.
Yeah, I was getting the feeling that he wants to have weapons, he wants to have shoes, he wants like maybe to even have like a gun or pants, yeah. And he's just not going to ever get it because they're also playing off of the joke where it's like anytime you're rolling for items or rolling for loot in a game, and the one thing that you want and the one thing that you don't want, and you just get the thing you don't want 10,000 goddamn times over and over again until you get the thing you want. Like, he'll get
I
choose
feel like that's more
on the
entertaining.
last page, you know?
It's true. I bet the audience loves when he doesn't get what he wants.
Yeah, I feel like they want to make you as uncomfortable as possible.
Yeah, they're probably not randomized loot boxes. It's just, someone making plans.
Mordecai says at the very least, you will get loot boxes that like your race can use, not necessarily your class.
Mhm.
So they're certainly not completely random. And there's the random note that he has going through all of the like ridiculous different number of skills that are in his skills menu. One of them is Frogger, and he's a skill level 8 at playing Frogger.
I'm curious about the hiddenness of that one. Like, is this going to pop up later? Why was it hidden?
Yeah, he says that like stuff like lacing boots, skill 3, wasn't hidden, but that one is.
I could see lacing boots coming in handy for tying knots and whatever, I could see that.
I feel like tying knots is almost certainly like a different skill from lacing boots if there's that many skills.
True.
I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe one could affect another one. Yeah.
Yeah, like some kind of synergy like thing with the different classes and skills.
But then chapter we're on 6 now ends with a female voice being like, "Really, Carl, if you're going to insist upon wearing that hideous cloak in public, you might want to do yourself the dignity of putting pants on first. I can't fathom why Miss Beatrice hired you in the first place." And they look around, and it's just a cat.
I kind of wish that the cat spoke like Salem from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And in my head,
I like that.
She does.
Now she will in my head too. I
Right?
Like that.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
Very catty, very, very dismissive, and it's just, Salem. Who even voiced Salem? In my head, it's just the only thing they ever did.
Oh, hold on. Salem, Sabrina.
It wasn't LaMarche,
Nah.
it was someone.
Now I gotta look that up.
No, I don't even think it was a voice actor.
On Sabrina the Teenage Witch, he was voiced by Nick Bakay, American actor and comedian who is also known for... Oh, he was an executive
Angry Beavers.
producer on Young Sheldon, but that's random.
Well, there you go.
He's still getting work.
Yep.
To this
A bunch
day,
of stuff that I'm not familiar with.
to this day, when I yell no, I yell it like his no, because as a kid I thought it was the funniest thing. So when I go no, I go no.
I saw that he was on an episode of The Simpsons, and I was like, oh, who do you play in The Simpsons? He played Salem from Sabrina on The Simpsons.
Best
So the
crossover ever.
Yeah.
Oh my
But yes,
god.
he played one of the Angry Beavers, which appears to be his other biggest.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
credit.
Norbit.
Norbert.
Yeah.
Norbit?
Was it Norbit or Norbert?
I don't
It
know.
is
It was the
Norbert.
Nor one.
Norbert Foster
Norbert.
Beaver, it says.
Norbert.
And
The other one
Daggett.
was Daggett.
Yeah.
Daggett's the easy one to remember because he's Invader Zim.
And he was one of the 2 writers, along with Kevin James, on the movie Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
Oh, Salem.
This-
Oh, baby.
This guy is just a Renaissance man.
That's a step down.
Truly, he
Is he
can
a
do no
Renaissance
wrong.
man, or is he just like working?
Are these all
It's just
cries
taking
for help?
whatever manages to pop up.
Hold on a second. I was going to see if I could find a small clip from the audiobook so you guys could hear what most people
no.
feel donut that sounds like.
I love this. Let's do this.
Hold on. I'm going to play this over the speaker, and you guys can probably hear it. Hold on.
Cats don't usually shoot lasers out of their eyes, Carl, but here we are. Mama needs a nice ox.
It was like Dame Judi Dench.
I agree, Jennifer. I don't like this voice stuff.
I know. I was like, I can't do it, y'all. I'm sorry. Somebody's
No.
gonna like stab me in the back or something. But
No, I couldn't do it. If we were listening to like the audiobook, I would also just buy the book and read it.
His Carl voice is apparently based on Patrick Warburton, if that gives you an idea of like,
Okay.
what Carl sounds like. And that's most of the, internal monologue or whatever's Carl's, since we're in his perspective. But
Yeah.
And here in my head, I heard Anne Hathaway's voice from Princess Diaries when she was trying to speak like a royal.
I could see that. Yeah.
so we meet Donut, who was a pile of goo, now looks exactly like she looked before, but she can talk. And she has to explain to Carl that she expects to be called by her full, proper title, which is GC, BWR, NW, Princess Donut, the Queen Anne Chonk.
Which, why would anybody want to be the Queen Anne chunk? I'm just saying.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone else just saw the abbreviations and felt the need to look them up.
I did, but I didn't because I felt like I might see something I wasn't supposed to. So
Yeah, I stay away from everything
Smart.
online about this book.
So GC is Grand Champion,
Hmm.
BWR is Breed Winner, and NW is National Winner. So she's won some titles, basically.
she's a very fancy kitten.
She is a fancy cat.
Champion.
Part of a champion.
She's bougie.
Her stats are now way better than Carl's stats. Where Carl's strength of 6 was impressive, Donut now has strength of 11. Where Carl was upset about his intelligence of 3, Donut has an intelligence of 11. Her constitution is just 2. Her dexterity is 8, and her charisma is 25. Which, if you'll remember, he said normal humans, every stat is usually starts out between 1 and 5. So, she is extremely charismatic.
Which doubt? 'cause,
Obviously,
like,
cats are the smartest. I'm just saying.
I get smart with the cat, but dogs are more charismatic than cats.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Cats are assholes. Dogs are
Completely.
generally happy. And I mean,
But I do like Mordecai explains, she started out with 1 strength,
Hmm.
1 intelligence, 1 constitution, but she always had a dexterity of 8, and her charisma was 5. She was already more charismatic than Carl.
I think cats already have a high charisma naturally just because they can act like assholes, but yet you can still like them because all they have to do is just snuggle on you. And you're like,
Yep.
yeah, you scratch me up and you generally don't act like you like me, but you're kind of fuzzy, I guess, and I like you. I like to pet you. So I think she just naturally gets by on cat charisma, which is not the same as, people liking you, but it's like she's really cute and, people always want to pet a cat.
I want to pet her. Yes.
Pet
well,
the
and
damn
with
cat.
Carl, ever since the beginning, he's always kind of put off this. I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. So why does he need charisma? I mean, he just doesn't give a fuck.
Generally, if the stat is there, you're going to need it for something, probably. But
Probably.
That's fair.
It's true. I mean, eventually he probably will. But that's why we have Princess Donut.
There's gold, so the most obvious thing would just be selling loot. Just let the cat do all the selling.
True fact. You'll probably get much better prices. She's cute.
And the buying, you know?
How messed up would it have been if the treat turned her into boots?
No, that would be bad.
It's like a monkey paw situation. He's like, I want shoes. And he's like, no, not like that.
Yeah,
Are they like fuzzy, like Uggs or something?
Yeah, they would be like slippers.
Oh,
But they would talk, because she talks
They
now.
would talk. And she has the enhanced growth buff, which means that 4 of her stats got randomly boosted. It's kind of sad that the Constitution got a random boost of like 1. But also, every time she levels up, she will get 4 stat points instead of 3, but they're predetermined where they will go. 1 to strength, 1 to intelligence, 2 to charisma. So she's already crazy good at charisma, and it will only get better and better.
That tracks. She's only going to get cuter.
she's OP.
But she is forever stuck with a constitution of 2 and a dexterity of 8.
8 might be fine for most of the dungeons. Constitution
Maybe.
sucks, but she's small. That helps.
She only needs to get hit once, basically.
Well-
She's a glass
Mm,
cannon.
So maybe she's gonna be one. Yeah, she just has to live long enough to become a cannon.
I mean, already by the end of this section, she's kind of fun because she's going to have the only ranged attack in the party.
Yeah.
that's true.
She's the mage. He's the tank.
Which again,
Yeah.
Carl can just throw the stupid frog cudgel. He could have a ranged attack.
I guess it's true. You got to chuck it and then go find it.
Here's the weird thing with the frog cudgel that why it keeps sticking in my mind. And we just mentioned earlier that he had the hidden stat for the Frogger game. Are those going to intersect?
Is that a synergy?
Are they trying to signal something? Yeah, is there a stupid fucking is it Chekhov's frog here? Like is that what's going on? Or am I just reading too far into that?
I mean, it's a toad cudgel and a frogger game. I don't know that.
I don't know if the aliens understand the difference, but yeah, you're right.
That's fair. We don't know how nuanced
Yeah.
their understanding of Earth
Level
is.
7 of the dungeon is a Frogger game.
That'd be hilarious.
I put in our chat the picture from the wiki of the
Ooh.
toad cudgel. I'm still sad it's not like a mushroom at the end, but
I hate it.
I kind of do too.
That doesn't
honestly.
look anything like what I imagine.
No. It's not very baseball batty. If anything, it's got like a
No!
hand guard. It looks more like a little fake sword.
Yeah. Oh well.
I don't know where the drawing comes from. It may just be fan art.
It's
so who
it's
knows,
just
but,
AI generated. Make frog bat.
Right? Somebody put it in chat GPT.
they're coming out with an actual like tabletop RPG based on these books.
Oh,
So
fun.
Ooh.
there might be some like art to official art soon or something. I don't know.
Oh God, is that going to be a second show we do?
I don't. It depends. Like if it's hard enough to keep up with running a 5e game. Adding new systems is a whole other thing.
Mhm.
Mordecai says she's not a pet anymore. She's a regular crawler. So you guys are partied up, and he's like, I'm gonna have to start this whole thing over again. And she's like, No. I heard everything that you said to my manservant. Now get me access to my boxes. And Carl's like, wait, manservant? He's a little slow. Intelligence of only 3. Sad, really. But he's been with the family for a while now. She really is kind of a jerk.
She is. I also love how she just showed up like
Yeah.
Super Saiyan Goku and was like, "You don't have to tell me about the plot. I already know the plot. I was just an animal, a
she-
pet, but I understood everything."
She also has a legendary box because he got one for being the first person into the dungeon with a cat. She got one for being the first cat. So one of her boxes has a tome of magic missile, which she reads and learns. And then she gets the enchanted crown of the sepsis whore. And she reads the book and learns it, and Mordecai's like, oh, okay, so you figured that out. Tomes will teach you a spell, scrolls just let you cast it once. On the other item, before you decide whether you put it on or not, make sure you read the poof, crowns on her head. And now Carl can read the properties of the item. +5 to intelligence, +5 to good first impression, 15% chance to inflict sepsis debuff. Warning, read this shit before you put it on, is what the warning actually says.
We didn't bother with them.
Placing the crown on your head permanently places you within the royal line of succession for the Blood Sultanate on the 9th floor of the World Dungeon. Royal members of the Blood Sultanate will be required to slay the Sultan and all other members of the royal family before descending to floor 10. You'll only want to wear this if you're a bloodthirsty, raging psychopath. Which, I mean, she is a cat, so...
Yeah. Especially if
Maybe
there's
that
bird
tracks.
people, she's gonna get them all.
Yeah. And when he's like, why did you... I don't think that was a good idea. She's like, it's purple. Purple is my color. Do you know how many purple ribbons I've won? And Mordecai also explains that if she takes that off, it will crumble to dust, and then someone else will get it. And if they put it on, that's another person you would have to kill to get off of floor 9. Which, honestly, floor 9 is so far away at this point, I think I'd be like,
Yeah,
we'll see.
yeah. Take the buff. You might not live to floor 9.
Well, especially because he seems to not think he's going to get that far anyway. He's constantly like, I wonder how long it is until I die.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd probably be thinking similar things.
You're a pessimist, though. Gotta be
I
optimistic.
think the Optimist died up on the surface of the planet.
I'm positive they're gonna
Probably.
die.
To be fair, Donut is an optimist. She's like, you're going to assist me in getting to the 18th level so I can escape this hellscape and resume my rightful place as liege.
Is that optimism or is she just a bitch?
I mean, it can be two things.
Yeah, you're right. You're
She's an
right.
optimistic bitch.
And then because her stats are the highest combined stats, she is the party leader and names the party the Royal Court of Princess Donut, names herself Grand Champion Best in Dungeon, and gives Carl the title of Royal Bodyguard.
I say,
Which is the most amazing thing ever. I do love this.
I thought that was bullshit.
What?
I thought it was horrible.
I thought it was.
It seemed like a very cat thing to do to me.
It is a cat thing to
Yeah.
do, but the bullshit thing of making her the team lead, I'm like, no. That's some of the drama. Like anyone who watches like reality shows, you got to find out who's the leader and who's making alliances and pacts. And if you just automate that
Fair.
off of stats,
No,
that's
it's
boring.
it's causing a conflict already because she's the fucking cat and she's automatically the leader of the thing. That's already causing the conflict within the storyline. So it's already happening.
Maybe we need to find some new characters soon.
We need some more
there's other
friends.
people. in the
I need
party.
more drama.
The funny thing is, Carl gets 3 stat points every time he levels up. She now gets 4, so she will,
Always be ahead.
unless stuff changes, she'll always be the party
Yeah,
lead.
no matter who they find, because humans don't
Yeah.
get more than 3.
I believe she
Yep.
can willingly give him party lead. I think that may have been implied as well. So
It's
that
not
could
stated.
happen.
I guess it could be implied. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't read
Fair-
it.
fair point.
I didn't read it recently,
I don't
so
know
I
that
don't
she would-
remember.
I don't know that she seems like the kind who would give it up, but she could change. And then, chapter 8, the little picture at the top is back, and it's a llama with a hoodie and some glasses.
Oh god, the llama.
I like the llama. I don't know
Llama was
why,
great.
but this llama's amazing.
And so they take off. Mordecai's like, good luck. If you guys ever go back into a training guild on the first 3 floors, I will be your guy. Like, you'll always come back to this room. So that's nice.
Convenient use of space.
Yeah. Well, we find out later that the same is apparently true of bathrooms. So
Yeah, there seems to be a 0 point or a point in space time that they're able to manipulate in this universe.
Or they're not even on the planet anymore.
I
Yeah,
believe
it's
it's
a
on the
question.
planet,
Where are we now?
but there could
Yeah,
be
I mean-
pocket universe shenanigans happening as well.
it's hard to say what this tech. It's funny because it's like this is like a fantasy dungeon type thing, but it's clearly like a sci-fi sort of premise where aliens have come and have created this using technology.
Mhm.
So it's like, at what point does magic become technology and vice versa? Donut is determined that they're going to get on the recap show that Mordecai told them about. It's like, first we need to find you some pants. I can just imagine the comments on Martian social media. Beautiful cat, but why isn't her bodyguard wearing pants?
Well, she
like-
also understands that it's an imperative, like for their survival, that they get on that show as well because they need sponsors.
Yeah, it's good to have her just for that. Where I'm like, hey, she's thinking. Carl's not thinking.
Oh, and you were wrong. There weren't perfectly good goblin corpses outside. It says they were all destroyed by the explosion.
Insane. That's a hell of an explosion. Because when they said it was focused and it went up, and I thought it was like it exploded and a fireball or something shot out. And I was like, okay, so maybe the corpses are still there. Nope, guess not.
Carl tries to come back with, well, you're not wearing pants either. She's like, nor am I wearing a cloak that makes me look like I won a participation trophy at Special Needs Comic-Con, Carl. I'm a cat.
I
Cats
just
don't
like that he said that. Like, cats don't wear pants, man. Like, why are we even complaining about this?
He's just reaching to find some comeback against the cat.
Not gonna work. She's smarter than him.
So much.
She is.
Indeed.
And only going to get smarter.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's an 11 and he's a 3. She's more than 3 times. She's almost 4 times smarter than Carl.
We get down to the bottom. She's like, I've become a time god, Carl. I'm a time god now.
Maybe. And so, after not very long at all, he's like, you know what? I was struggling with this, but you have helped me. You go that way. I'm going this way. Good luck. It sounds like you may be better off than I am, honestly. And he has a whole speech where he's like, cats are assholes. But you know why people like them anyway? Because they don't fucking talk. If they did, they'd all be extinct because we would have killed you.
Which doubt. Humans are still around. We didn't kill all the humans.
I mean, we keep trying.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's some asshole humans that probably deserve it. So, and then maybe remarkably, she's like, "Carl, no, please, look, I'm sorry. Okay, I know that I'm a jerk, but like, basically, she's sentient for the first time in her life, and she has all these memories of being cat, but now she has to deal with like human level intelligence." I also like how she calls him out, like, I like sitting in your lap and watching you suck at Call of Duty. Like, you really suck at that game, but you keep playing.
I do like her having to reconcile the fact that they slowly began to like each other over time, and now they have to deal with the fact that they can actually discuss that.
Yeah, there's even a moment like where, yeah, she's like, "Look, I know that you were thinking about keeping me after you broke up with Miss Beatrice. I saw you looking at ads for apartments and making sure they allowed cats." And he was like, "Damn it, yeah, I was." It wouldn't have worked, by the way. Her dad would have gotten me back.
Her dad's a much better man than you.
That is what I got
That's
out of that.
all I got out of that, too.
You can't
Yeah.
win, Carl.
He does what he says he's going to do, Carl.
Well, he's a lawyer, so apparently she's a champion, so I guess she's valuable.
Yeah.
Carl, you
she's
dry your
expensive.
shoes in the dryer,
Yeah, why would you do
and
that?
he's a lawyer. You won't win, Carl.
And then we actually come to the question, because he's like, I would be wearing pants if you hadn't jumped out the window. And she'd be like, yeah, but we'd both be dead if I hadn't jumped out the window. He goes, why did you jump out anyway? But we don't get an answer to that because Donut spots something in the darkness.
Once again, they kind of glossed over like what actually saved them. Why did they go outside? You know,
Spoiler, there's not going to be any reason. Cat does what Cat does.
Not ever. I feel like that would be the most likely answer from a cat, right?
Yeah.
It was just like, I felt
Yeah.
like it. What do you want?
I wanted to go out there and it was
that
cold.
makes sense. Yeah.
Instant regret.
And she shoots her magic missiles at whatever this thing is in the alley in the darkness, and it's like laser blasts coming out of her eyes.
she is
it
now a
says.
laser cat. It happened.
Yep.
And Wizards of the Coast is suing. For magic missile. They didn't even call it something else. Just magic missile.
Nope, straight up magic missile. The second one hits, and I like Carl's like, maybe we should find out what it is before you randomly shoot at stuff. What if that had been a person? It's like, quite
That's no
obviously not a
fun.
person. And so out of the darkness comes a llama. And when it gets close enough, he gets the like tooltip about it. And the description is bad llama level 3. It's a llama, but it's bad.
Descriptive.
You don't want to get hit by their spit.
When you guys read that and saw that it was a llama and were reading a book called Dungeon Crawler Carl, do not immediately think of llamas and hats and just go Carl.
No.
I did not.
Okay. Well, all right, just me.
Now
For
I
everyone
will.
for the 5 of you in the audience who get that reference, we're friends now. I'm not friends with these people anymore. You're my friend.
Yeah, you can you can commiserate with how bad your back hurts because you're old.
Wow.
There you go.
I haven't thought of that thing in like 30 years.
Wow. Wow. The betrayal.
Oh, I
You feel
I
old now?
googled it, and now that I see the picture, I do remember this.
Yeah, it's like it's just forever
yeah.
ago. It's like early 2000s.
My references are old. I'm old. Leave me alone, Tim.
So, according to the to Google or to IMDb, Llamas with Hats TV miniseries started in 2009, went till 2024.
Yes, they recently did like a finale to it.
So, not that old, I guess. At least not
Technically.
complete. Yeah.
Interesting. Am I the only one that every time they do one of these achievements thinks of Munchkin or any of these things? I like feel like we're playing Munchkin cards.
I feel
Sure.
like some of the weapons in particular feel very Munchkin-y to me. Yeah.
Especially when it comes to
I
the
mean-
flavor dialogue.
Yeah. Munchkin is making fun of D&D. This is making fun of D&D. I don't know. I don't know. There's a direct relationship between the two, but you can see the same source, I think. the llama, bad llama is absolutely like that would be a Munchkin monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That was like the lava coming out. Totally Munchkin.
The llama spits lava, however, which is a thing.
Why combination of a llama and lava? Like,
This is an excellent question. They
Lava
both start
llama.
with L and have 2 A's in them. I don't know.
You didn't know?
But
In
I'll-
real life, llamas are fire types. You need to know your Pokemon
Oh,
types.
totally.
Yeah.
should have known. Should have known.
Is there a llama Pokemon?
Not that I'm
There
aware
should be.
of.
Now,
They've got like every other animal. No, there is no official llama Pokemon, but the legendary Pokemon Arceus is often described as llama-like.
Maybe. It looks more like a deer. I know that's splitting hairs here, but it also has like a giant metal circle around its stomach, so I still
This is
wouldn't
the
call
most-
it a deer.
This is the most actually push your glasses up nerd moment we've had in a little while.
Actually, I think we had a worse one earlier.
I mean, that's what, we're nerds. What are
Yeah,
you going to do?
this is how we have fun. It's just actually yourselves.
I like that we immediately get to see, as Donut hits it twice, what the septic debuff looks like. And it's not pleasant. It's like the llama's face is like rotting or something as it comes close.
He got hit with the same acid that guy did in RoboCop, where he just all of his
Yeah.
skin starts melting.
Oh, the radioactive waste.
Yeah.
Rah!
Help me!
And then Carl goes in and punches the llama a couple of times. Just barely avoids getting lava spit on him, but and it says he hears bones crack, and he's like, I don't know if it was my hand or the llama's face or both. Probably both. And his regeneration heals that pretty quickly once the fight is over and the llama is dead. But like having to break your hand every time you get in a fight, that's not good.
I mean, that's what happens when you use brute speed.
So he regenerates during combat, though. I read that right, correct?
I think he regenerated after.
The llama is dead when it talks about his regeneration.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay, so
don't know.
his bones start stitching back together after the fight. Okay,
Yeah.
because I didn't quite understand that after I read it, and I was like, okay, so he has to be out of combat for the health regen to happen.
I don't know that that's certain. Maybe if the combat was longer, maybe he could regenerate. But
Possibly.
it doesn't say.
I assume it's 7th generation console, kind of like if you're out of combat, it regens quickly.
His vision gets red and hazy for a second, and
Oh yeah,
he's got to take cover.
yeah. He's a cover boxer.
And then they get to loot the llama. It has a poor llama skin, uncooked llama steak ×2, and ×2 baggie of trailer park grade meth.
The best.
So he was a bad
The
llama.
cat's got to sell that for something.
Yeah, that's got to be worth some
Yeah.
money. You could sell
Khajiit
that for
has
some
to sell
goblins.
it.
I have moon sugar.
Exactly. It's moon sugar. We have a cat. There we have meth. We gotta cook, Jesse.
Have meth will travel.
Donut dealt 71% of the damage. She gets to loot first, and then she complains to Carl, "Ugh, you can't be injuring yourself in every minor tussle." And she wants to focus on leveling up, so she's like, I think maybe the main road we've been traveling isn't the best. We need to go down some of these little side hallways if we want to find more stuff.
Which is the first time, they really brought it up. But I mean, you got to grind a little bit
Yeah.
here. Your level up.
Right? Yeah. Especially while the enemies are not too tough. This is the time to start grinding.
Now, if you can kill like multiple goblins with your fists,
He's gonna throw that cat one of these days.
do it. Throwing the cat's fun.
You do like an aerial attack. You throw her up into the air and just like rain down fire.
Fastball special, baby.
Yep. Keep waiting
And
for
she
it.
does have claws, so that would feel kind of...
Yeah. She's also getting strong.
They check the bathroom. I like the bathroom is just a toilet. No sink, no anything else. You're not washing your hands after you use it, for sure.
Nah.
I mean, they're not from Earth. They just did the bare minimum, so people aren't pooping everywhere.
Maybe on their planet, you wash up in the toilet afterwards.
Very possible. Ew, but
Well, the toilets are also don't have any water in them, and I wonder if that's a resource thing where they don't want people going into bathrooms just for the water. So there's
Oh, that's
Oh,
interesting.
there's
interesting.
no water at all in there because it's a waterless toilet as well. I think they mentioned that.
Yeah, it says that. Yeah.
Also, where would the plumbing go anyway?
Also a good question. Yeah.
It's a pocket dimension. I mean, there's also the question of where the poop's going, but that's another pocket dimension. That's going to the poop dimension.
Actually, we haven't established it's a pocket dimension yet.
it's getting magically close.
The poop will be back. You just watch.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
that poop's
gonna
coming
be-
back.
Yeah, there is nowhere it goes. You just keep piling it up.
Oh my god, is that the final level down at the bottom of the dungeon?
Level 11 is the sewage level.
Is that where all the poop goes?
It's level 11. Totally.
That's why Mordecai didn't go any further.
He's like, it's not worth it. No matter what they offer you, it's not worth it.
The Golgothan is down there.
He crawled through 3 levels of pure shit to get out the other side.
I'd like to tell you that Carl fought the good fight and won. I'd like to be able to tell you that.
Now I'm imagining it's like a reverse plumbing situation where like it goes down, but then since we're underneath the surface of the earth, there's just a pipe that like shoots it out onto the surface. Yeah.
Like a volcano. It's just a volcano.
There's a
up top.
shit volcano
No
on
lava,
the surface
just
now. Like, if you chose to not join the game, you're like, what is this?
See, that's much nicer than I thought what reverse plumbing meant. I was like, sit down and, whoa, no!
No, yeah, that's the Goonies. You don't want
Shot
that.
right up there.
When Donut opens the door, she gets a litter box.
This place is
though,
a
so-
nightmare.
It's like person specific what the door opens to. And eventually he gets fatigue as like a debuff, and he can't cure it with like regeneration or anything. He has to actually go and rest. Also on the way, they meet some rats that he mostly like that inflict poison, but he's protected from poison because of his cloak. So he just kind of kicks them into walls, and it says they hit the wall and explode like water balloons. Yeah, that's a hell of a description.
Ugh.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Carl does a lot of low kicks.
Yep.
Which reminded me of like everyone's annoying friend or little brother in a fighting game who just low kick, low kick, low kick.
Like button mashing. Like that's the only button you can find.
All he can do is down B, down B, down B.
Well, he's got that toe ring. He's got to use it.
He's hurting himself. The more he does this, the more he over specializes in low kicks. The moment he has like a flying enemy, what's he gonna do?
That's why we have Donut to shoot.
That's why you throw
lasers,
the
yeah.
cat.
Oh, that
Yeah.
works too. Yeah.
Yeah. If he throws that cat, I win.
I learned the button combination for one special move, and then I just keep trying to do it and never quite get it. Like Mortal Kombat, I'm going to lose every time because I'm just trying to bicycle kick, and every once in a while I'll successfully hit it.
When it hits, it hit.
And then you still lose because you hit one time. Yeah.
60% of the time, it works every time.
And so apparently you only get experience if you actually participate in the battle. So Donut is annoyed that she can't just like let Carl do the work and her mentorship count for a lot of experience.
Like every cat when it's watching you do anything.
Yep.
And it's like, look, I'm helping. I'm providing moral support. Come on.
They start running into the scatterers after the rats, which look like cockroaches, but are the size and shape of a loaf of bread. That's
Those
far
things
too
freak
big.
me out.
Yeah.
Just that description alone. I mean, I grew up in Florida, so like I've seen shit like that, but still.
And Carl just starts stomping on the bugs. It says they crunch like potato chips under his feet.
Oh, yuck.
He's a psychopath.
I don't like cockroaches. I don't like bugs, y'all.
Nope, not fun. We learned that Donut, presumably because of her higher stats, maybe it's the intelligence, I don't know. She's got way more mana that's directly related to the intelligence, but she also regens the mana much faster. So
Which he's kind of irritated about, but
but he has to wait like an hour or something, I think he said, to get a mana point back, and she gets it back in a minute. So that's pretty nice.
Yes.
He hits level 3 and gains a skill called Foot Soldier that increases kicking damage, and a skill called Smush, which says, killing with your feet, your bare, beautiful feet. Taking your bare foot, placing it on top of a living, conscious life, and then pressing lovingly down until that life ceases to be. Is there a more noble way to kill?
there is many a noble way to kill. It's better than that. I'm just
The author's barely disguised fetish.
And I love that he's like, I thought that the last time was like just a throwaway joke, but no, it seems like the AI is serious about this. And Donut says, yeah, okay, so we're not getting you shoes. And he's like, yeah, we are. No, it sounds like the computer is into your feet, so we're going to take advantage of that. And he says, it makes me uncomfortable. And she goes, being eaten by a bugbear makes me uncomfortable, Carl. So if your boyfriend ogling your tootsies keeps these easy peasy bugs coming at us instead of more lava spitting llamas, you better buck up, get over your human male privilege, and take one for your princess.
And I'm not going to lie, I'm with her. It makes perfectly great sense to me. Just play up your feet, man.
Tonight's
for it.
episode, the writer's thinly veiled fetish.
I mean, he's definitely an OnlyFans subscriber. That's all I got to say.
It was said
Oh.
terribly by
Only
the
feet.
princess.
That's what the OF is.
But she is absolutely right.
And she knows to play to a crowd. I mean, she's
It-
done competitions.
It's bothering me that Carl isn't getting this into his head. I mean, I know everyone just died. Yeah. You're going to die, though, if you don't do this.
Well, and it's funny because he mentions that he played video games. Of course, Princess Donut mentions he may not be that great at it, but you would think, if you've played video games, you understand kind of how this works.
He understands that, but he doesn't understand the streaming aspect. But she understands it better because she was actually in competitions. Not the same thing, but she knows that you got to play it up for the crowd.
But Carl is a taxpayer in the year 20. He should have an idea of what streaming is and how to actually play up to these things. He needs donos, and he's been told multiple times by Mordecai, play to the crowd.
Donos for donut.
Hashtag. That's our hashtag campaign.
Hashtag
I can
donos
see-
for donut.
why it would these messages are creepy. I can see why you would be uncomfortable with this, but it's much easier for Donut and for us from the outside to be like, yeah, suck it up. If you want to not die, here's your path.
You got to smush those bugs, baby.
I understand what you're getting to, Data, where you're like, it's easy for us on the couch reading to just go, idiot, just punch more things and play to the crowd. But
show your feet.
But I mean, with this, our protagonist is living through this, and I think, just you're gonna have to be half a psychopath to survive. All the good people are dead now. They were in home.
If I was
they
in
were
a situation,
they were at work. They didn't kill the first thing they saw. They were like, "Hi, little guy," and then they got jabbed by a goblin. All the good people are dead.
Exactly.
So yeah.
If I was in this situation and a cat told me, "Hey, you got to be a foot slut," I'm like, "Okay, I'm right in with you."
Okay, Daddy.
Okay, Daddy Cat.
That's not. I mean, I was gonna pull the actually and be like, I mean, she's a girl, so and then I was like, I don't want to get into like you should be calling her mommy. No, we're not.
He's pimping us out. Don't you see that?
But anyway, they eventually make it to a safe room, and that is chapter 9. Where we go into a safe room, and at some point he describes that his feet are like just covered with this white goo from stomping on all these bugs, and it's kind of really gross. But meanwhile, we're in. It seems like the doors and also these interior spaces are just taken directly from someplace on Earth. We see more with the doors later, but this is just like it's literally a fast food restaurant that he says looks like it's from like the words look Polish, so they just lifted that and set it in here to be a safe room.
Polish McDonald's.
There's now only 4,300,000 people crawlers left after the hours that they've spent walking around killing bugs and things. So that's another almost 6 million dead since the last time we looked.
Which has only been a few hours, a day, a little under a day.
It's a lot of. I mean, given how close he came with like the llama that almost spit lava all over him, I'm more understanding. Like, okay, maybe I get how most people are dying.
Oh yeah, you see a dog and you're like, "Hey, little guy," and all of a sudden lasers.
I mean, yeah. Well, especially if you don't have any video game / D&D experience, and you walk into this and you're just like, "What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what am I supposed to do with this?"
There's like some 80-year-old German grandmother who walks down. Like, what is this? What's happening? And grandma literally gets run over by a reindeer down there.
Totally.
Actually, a badass German grandmother would be a hilarious thing for him to run into down there. So I kind of want that to happen.
I mean, that would be a great addition to the party. I'm just saying, we can make some fun of that.
She got like a walker or a wheelchair or
walker, totally.
I mean, a mech. She has a mech. She got a loot box to bring the first person with a little walker coming in.
You must now fight Mecha Nana.
I like what we're building here. Last time you guys were like, I want to see a scrappy homeless guy, and now you're like, I want to see an old German woman. This is a hell of a party that we're putting together.
In a mech, specifically in a mech.
This is why I want him to meet other players already. Let's build our crazy group of weirdos, losers, and people who don't want to be here.
You must defeat Mecha Nana. You never call me back.
You never visited at the home. I'm very angry about it.
She throws exploding cookies at you. They're fresh out of the oven.
Or it's like Werther's Originals.
Right in the throat.
Yep.
There's a landmine, but it's one of those one of those cookie boxes that usually has like sewing supplies in it, but it's actually a claymore.
I thought you were gonna say it's like a doily or something. It's just a landmine.
You're too thin. Put on some weight. Throws like a freaking anvil.
Inside the safe room is a Babka protector, which it says is a gnome-like creature who exists solely to watch over the safe rooms. They scrub toilets, prepare food, and they never wash their hands. So that's nice. But this guy seems pretty nice, actually.
I mean, there's no illness or disease in the dungeon.
I mean, except for succubus inflicted gonorrhea.
Well, yeah, but that's like a player debuff for the game.
There are poison effects and other things.
You're not going to get sick eating food in a safe zone.
Probably.
He's a non-combatant, so he can't poison them, can he?
I would hope not. That's a good point. But no, this Tally fellow seems like a nice enough guy. He's a little surprised how early the dungeon opened, and they've also taken all of his lamb to feed a mob on another floor. But he's going to hook Carl and Donut up with some food. Donut likes yogurt, but she also needs meat. And Carl doesn't know what to order. He's like, what's good?
I don't eat your food. I don't know what you like.
And Tally's kind of excited. Like, you want me to pick? All right. What's your spice tolerance level? And I like that Carl thinks to go like, wait. We're talking about human spice tolerance level, right? Not like Venusian spice. Okay.
Subjective too, because like Indian spice tolerance is a lot different than, basic white people tolerance sometimes.
Anytime I cook for somebody who like I've never cooked for before, I'm like just like, how hot do you want? Because I run hot.
Yeah, I'm like, make it as hot as possible, and I'm happy.
Also, I like that when he goes to the soda machine, there's cola, water, milk, vodka, and Worka, which is a beer. And so I had to look that up. It is, in fact, a Polish beer. So.
Oh, I thought that was made up.
Yeah, and the thing is that it looks like this place was taken from like a fast food place in Poland. So I didn't even think about that. That's interesting.
That's how a bunch of people died. You see, they found the safe house and they got drunk and wandered outside.
I mean, I might be tempted, if 6 million, if you came in with 13 million people and 6 million of them are dead, or I guess it's actually like 9 million at this point.
Pour a beer out for the fallen.
You're just like, maybe you just get drunk and die. Like,
there's gonna be plenty of that.
Oh, like especially if you had like a disability or you're older or something, you're like, I'm just not gonna make it. So let me have some fun going out at least.
Yeah. Although I would try hard to at least get to the respec, because maybe you can respec or change like your race to be younger.
True.
Oh yeah, you changed something like really long lived.
Yeah.
And so you're 90 years, you're like a teenager in this species. That could be interesting.
Yeah, I'm an elf, so being 80 actually means I'm actually at the prime of my life.
Very true.
You just gotta hang on. You just gotta keep going.
Grandma.
Find someone strong and follow them.
Right.
Find a buddy.
Find a friend.
Yep. Find a cat who can shoot magic missile, and it's all good. He gets a couple other little things. He gets a ring that gives him +1 Constitution, which takes him up to 10. Which, given the Donut is a 2, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Mana restoration stuff, and Donut gets a silver butterfly charm that fits onto her collar, and he's actually like, do you want to wear that? Like, do you know why people put bells on cats, right? So that birds and squirrels can hear them sneaking up. Is that really what you want in the dungeon?
She's a show cat, of course it is.
Yeah, Carl's not getting on board this. Donut doesn't care about stealth. Donut is literally shooting things before she sees what they are. There's no stealth.
She isn't there.
He needs to understand the part of video games where the dressing of your character is just as important as the armor and stats of your character. You gotta look cute if you're gonna be dungeon crawling.
Oh, absolutely. Let's see. Carl gets Merg Vindaloo, which actually sounds delicious, and I want to try that now. Maybe not that hot. I'm not that much of a spice person. I'll take like a 2, not a 4. And I love that Carl's like, this is the best thing I've ever eaten. Oh my gosh, I don't even like Indian food that much. Holy shit. So I guess it was a good call to tell Tally, like, give me whatever you think. And he's like, are you going to be in all the safe rooms, please? And he's like, no. When this floor collapses, I go somewhere else. And Carl thinks, like, I bet there's a nest of those bugs nearby. So if we stay here and try to clear out the nest, like, we can grind experience on these enemies that we know we can kill easily. Which
is a hell of an assumption. I don't know if I would have gone with cockroaches have a nest and a queen, but
I don't think he says queen, does he?
I don't know if he says queen either, but he thinks that there's a
At
nest.
least he's trying to think strategy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do cockroaches have nests?
Yeah, like he's like, hey, we can farm XP. And I'm like, that's the smartest thing you fucking said this whole time, Carl.
It's not his strong suit, but he's giving it an attempt.
You got it.
Finally, thinking like a gamer. You find the easiest thing to kill that gives you the most XP, and you stay there for a while.
If he ends up being the better strategist and she's the one that's better at the social aspect, that would make a lot of sense.
Well, I mean, right here at the end of this chapter, she's like, okay, but we need to focus on like getting on the show. And so we need a snappy way to kill things, something with zest. Maybe we need a catchphrase. And he's just like, ugh. So, okay, we're going to pause there. Do we think that they will at some point develop a catchphrase? And if so, what would it be?
Oh, they're definitely getting a catchphrase. I have no idea what it would be.
Fair. Okay.
Because, like, I'm trying to think of, like, what is something very internet, but also very immature. And also, if we're going to be entirely honest, the cat's going to come up with it. So what would Donut think?
I think Carl will come up with it, and she'll hate it, but he'll be like, "Nah, that's our catchphrase."
That's the royal experience.
Nice.
And for Carl, if he
Carl?
comes up with it, he'll be like, here comes the boom, ready or not."
You just went full, like Walking Dead there with Coral.
I was going to say he just stole, like, at the top of the next chapter is the word boom in the picture. So I was like, he just stole directly from the next chapter header, which might even be smart. I don't know.
I would imagine that Carl would want a catchphrase that is lyrics from an early 2000s butt rock anthem. Because
Of
I
course.
imagine Carl, like me, is a millennial who grew up during a certain time, and it was the time of our youth. 9/11 just happened. We had to find solace in something, and sometimes it was Limp Bizkit, baby.
Carl's going to be like, my anaconda don't want none unless you got buns.
He's
That's
like,
not rock.
we could. That's in the maybe pile. We'll put that in the maybe pile.
It's kind of long, Carl. Oh, fine. So's my anaconda. Oh,
Rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, rolling, rolling, rolling.
who let the dogs out? Carl can just yell that.
Oh God.
I don't think Donut would approve.
I went to a high school that was the Bulldogs. Yeah.
I would love it if he just kept throwing out different things, and it was just like, no, we're not saying that. He's like, okay.
He keeps trying for a catchphrase, and everyone she just shoots down because they're terrible. Oh, that would be great. Yeah.
And she's just running around going, bow to the tiara.
She does like her tiara and her little butterfly charm.
She really does.
She's got style, this Donut.
Well, I mean, she's a prize winning kitty.
Yeah.
She's got to do her best to look beautiful all the time.
Carl sleeps for 10 hours straight, which he says he's never done that in like 5 years. It sounds like he usually has nightmares. So I guess good for him. I also like the cat sleeps on his neck, which I've seen some cats trying to sleep on me or near me in a way that makes it hard. That is kind of pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cat will try to sleep as close to my face as possible, but yeah, that ain't happening, so he gets shoved above my head.
And Tally makes him some breakfast, and he's like, I don't even give a shit what time it is up there. This is delicious. Pancake, bacons, eggs. That does sound good.
Yeah.
Breakfast is never not good. I will eat breakfast at any point in time.
But after that 10-hour nap, we've only lost 200,000 more people, so I feel like it's slowing down a little bit.
We're getting to the ones who have some clue.
Right? And there's a little discussion of personal spaces. Apparently, when you get lower level, you can buy your own like personal space that you can access from the safe room. Make a little base. That's kind of cool.
It's also good use of the
Yeah,
economy.
but I still don't have a good understanding of how we get the money to do that, or he didn't seem to ask like how much that would cost.
Right?
Which I feel like we should start thinking about that.
Yeah, I'm also waiting for a shop to show up,
Yeah,
because I'm wondering how scummy the shops in this universe are.
Yeah, I guess we haven't seen any like money yet, have we?
Not really. We've heard about currency from selling of the special treat, but yeah, we haven't really had any use or need for money yet.
or found a way to get any.
Oh, Mordecai
Yeah.
does
Other than
say,
knowing-
Mordecai says mobs on the second floor will start dropping gold.
Okay.
I guess you just can't get any till the second floor.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm wondering how that will work, because like, is it an auto pickup like thing, or do coins just spray out of them like in a fucking Mario game?
Like
And does
Scott
he have to
Pilgrim?
like comically have to like pick up money? He's like, no, my money.
My coins. That was a Bluey joke for
Oh, sweet coins.
Carl smoking one of his cigarettes. He doesn't have many left. He had 1 pack of Marlboros in his jacket. And
It's better for him that way.
Donut does not approve of smoking either.
It's just because she doesn't have fingers. She can't smoke. She's just a hater.
They come around a corner and they spot some more of these bugs, including a level 4 one that is as big as Donut. And it says, cockroaches that have been baptized in rage and monster energy drinks. So,
That is the Church of Fred Durst.
And it says, unlike his little brother, these guys are dangerous. And Carl goes, oh, shit, that doesn't sound good. And so he actually decides, I'm going to try my weapon here. He pulls out the cudgel, and Donut hits the big one with like 3 magic missiles. He just stomps like the little ones. Don't even care. Those are easy. And he swings the cudgel at it, and it does nothing. It just bounces off the thing's head.
Boing.
And then he's like, okay, maybe the fireplace poker is better. And he like stabs at it with the poker, and it does. The cockroach thing actually moves its head and knocks the thing out of his hand. And he's just like, this place has shitty weapons. And so he has to kick it some more. And of course, very descriptive, the cockroach exploded like a balloon filled with coconut pudding.
Second
That's
balloon
nice.
explosion.
Yeah.
Guess that's the other fetish.
Popping balloons with his feet.
Yeah.
I actually think that's a fetish, actually.
I think it is.
I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. He can see on the minimap what looks like a door, like a couple little curves over. And so he's like, hey, I bet that's where we want to get to. We're going to get to the main room, we'll look inside, and if it looks like too much, we'll run away. And I like the Donut's like, well, just keep in mind that I can run a lot faster than you. So I might be safe. I don't know about you.
That's fine. You have no health. Carl can take a few hits.
Probably true, yeah. And so they kill a few more bugs as they're walking around. They both end up at level 5 by the time they get to the door. So we've leveled up we a little bit here. That's good.
Grinding out that experience.
He's also leveled up his pugilism, unarmed combat, foot soldier, and smush skills to level 5. So I feel like that's got to be stacking. Like pugilism was all unarmed strikes basically, and then smush was like an added 10% to like your foot smashing things.
Yeah, they've really underlined, especially with him trying those physical weapons, like that the stat system here really counts when it comes to the damage that you're outputting, because it's like the sticks are like it's less than helpful. Like they were doing no damage. Like he can only use the things that his skill set and his stats are like geared towards. Like there's no way to brute force your way out of these situations. You're a slave to the stat system.
He's already unfortunately locked himself in.
Can't restart your character. You can't respec.
Not yet, anyway. Oh, I also forgot to mention they pull some stuff off of the dead scatterers called Scatterer Hemolymph, which the system identifies as an alchemy material, which I feel like brings up the interesting, like, wait, there's like alchemy? Ooh.
Yeah, there's a crafting system. Yeah, they've now hinted at a crafting system.
Also, Hemolymph is, I had to look that up because I was like, what does that mean? It's basically like what most bugs have instead of blood.
Oh.
So there you go.
Delicious.
Still ew.
He needs to get vials so he can just fill up the stuff on his feet.
And he is now, for the first time, when he looks at Donut, her strength is 15 now. He's like, wait, do you have like a slashing skill or something? And she's like, yeah, I've got a level 4 slice attack and a level 4 back claw attack. And he's like, well, then why aren't you helping? Like when your magic runs out, get in there, slash some shit.
He's a bodyguard, obviously.
Your strength is way higher.
She has like 2 hit points.
Yeah, she's a tiny little thing.
And so there is a paper sign attached to this door in Spanish that says "No entrar por orden del Centro de Salud," which I don't know. How good are any of you guys at Spanish?
Not any.
I mean, I took 4 years. I remember 3 words.
I think it's something about like staying out, something medical, something.
I was just curious. Helpful. I mean, we got people here living in places that are generally have Spanish speakers around. So yes. I was curious at how good anyone was. Basically, that means do not enter by order of the health, Salutis Health, so the center of health.
Cool.
That makes sense with cockroaches.
Me llamo Estora. That's all I know.
And he looked at Donut like, can you read it? And it just says, Donut just looked at me as if it was the stupidest question she'd ever been asked. He's like, whatever, doesn't matter. So they like pop open the door and they peek in, and he can't see much of anything, but Donut says there's a lot of level 1 and 2 roaches in there, lots and lots of them, plus some other stuff. looks like big piles of garbage. And it smells like that bag that you take with you on those days the other guy comes over to the apartment. He's like, wait. My gym bag? Some guy was coming over while I was at the gym? Focus, Carl. And I love that
That's right.
He's just like, I can't believe it. Actually, I can believe it. It was my own fault. I should have broken up with her a long time ago. But now he's feeling a little bit reckless after finding out that not only did she go on vacation with her ex-boyfriend, but she was regularly cheating on him, presumably based on that.
That tracks.
I'm mad about this dead woman. I'm gonna go attack all these bugs.
I stole her cat. Now I'm gonna blow up these bugs.
The manly urge to blow up bugs.
He pulls out a stick of goblin dynamite that he got in that box earlier, and it says the red stick was wet and sticky on the outside, which that's kind of disturbing, actually.
That makes sense.
Better than sticking on the inside.
Goblins. Yeah.
The description of goblin dynamite, this stuff is especially volatile. So volatile, you probably don't even need to light it. So volatile, even loud noises might set it off. Keep it in your inventory until you're ready to use it. Don't squeeze too hard, or else you might get the... And then it whispered that part of the description, and then it, after a couple seconds, just screams boom, I guess, in his head, which is just mean.
Wrap it up, bucko.
He's like, I almost pissed myself, and then looks up at the air and is like, you are an asshole. And he says, okay, run now, I'm right behind you. And he lights the dynamite and throws it in the room and turns to run, and the chapter ends with, I prayed it wouldn't blow when it hit the ground.
And then he did his new catchphrase, which is, I did it for the nookie.
Wouldn't you want it to blow when it hits the ground?
I think that he was hoping he lit the thing. He wants it to go off when the...
I think he was hoping he would get more time
To
before
run
he,
away?
Yeah, to run away.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just close the door.
That worked in the safe room.
Yeah.
That's true.
It did, but this ain't a safe room door.
I don't want them
They're kinda
scattering.
reinforced.
I want them to, if it's thrown, I want it to blow when it hits. Just go back around the corner, close the door.
But yeah, that was the end of the section that we read this time.
Yep, frustrating.
Yep.
That's where everyone had to stop.
Yep.
Evil man.
You bastard.
I literally sat on the couch and went, because I just wanted to read. Well, let's finish the fight.
Like, yeah, you can't just stop there.
I mean, if there's going to be a fight, he threw a stick of dynamite at some little roaches. That doesn't seem like it's probably going to be much of a fight.
There's definitely going to be a fight.
Dynamite.
So for next time, we're going to read 8 more chapters, which actually, when you add up the length, is slightly less text than we read this time. But
Okay.
it is... Here, let me put it in our chat so that if anyone has a question later about how many chapters, it will be here. We are reading chapters 11 to 18.
Nice.
So, in the meantime, predictions. What do we think is going to happen immediately, further in the future? Just whatever kind of thing you guys want to predict. Or even if you want to give, like, this is what I hope to see. That's cool, too. What do you guys think? Where are we going? What's going to happen? And so on and so forth.
We're obviously going to go battle with some cockroaches.
Ugh.
I feel like there's going to be some giant thing in there, too. Like, I don't know, some evil rat king or something that lives with all these cockroaches that they totally didn't expect.
I feel like the Rat King would live with the rats. But
I mean,
yeah.
there's got to be some kind of boss down there, right? It can't just be these cockroaches. So it's going to be harder than he thinks it's going to be.
Last time Tim was predicting that it would be like floor 3 before we saw a boss battle. So we think maybe we're moving that up.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you should know better than to go hunting in a dark basement in level 1. So it's got to be a little harder than the basic stomping on cockroaches.
I think we're getting Goma from The Legend of Zelda.
Wait.
Oh, there you go.
What is Goma? I don't remember this.
I sent it in the
Your
chat.
Legend of Zelda knowledge is sad.
Yeah, he put it in the chat.
Oh. Yeah, creepy eyeball
We need to work on your
bug
Zelda
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to fight a giant bug monster. The
I like it.
queen of the cockroach things. Skitterers, whatever they were called.
Scatterers, yeah.
Scatterers.
There's a lot of Zelda games that I did not play, so I don't think I've played any of the ones that this thing is in, at least. Hold on.
That one in specific is from the Ocarina of Time game. But
Yeah, I never played Ocarina.
Yeah.
It is in a bunch of
Oh, but
different
it's like
games.
one of the best.
It is.
It looks like it made its first appearance in The Legend of Zelda, which I'm sure I did play.
Mm-hmm.
And Link's Awakening, that was also NES, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure I played that one too. But yeah, since more recently, I think I played Twilight. What was it? What's the
Twilight Princess?
Yeah, Twilight Princess. I didn't play much N64 or anything, so Ocarina of Time I did not play. But I played Twilight Princess on the Wii, and then when the big one on the Switch came out that was like, oh my gosh, Zelda is cool again. Definitely played that.
So it's got to be cool for you to play it.
It was just everyone was talking about how amazing it was, and I was like, okay, I haven't played Zelda in a while. Why not? Although then I started the sequel one, and I
Breath of the
never finished
Wild.
it. Yeah, Breath of the Wild was really good. I did
Looks
enjoy
pretty
that.
amazing.
I never finished the sequel.
Tears of the Kingdom. Took me a minute. I was like, what was it called?
Creepy eyeball bug thing. Okay, there's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
prediction for the
I
boss.
think we're getting Goma or something that's like the serial numbers filed off.
Jennifer says the Rat King, which is a Ninja Turtles bad guy that I'm now imagining showing up.
That's what popped into my head, man. That Ninja Turtles guy, and I'm just like, yeah, that's him.
I love it. Okay.
I think something akin to the Alien Queen. That's my prediction.
Ew, that's disturbing. Okay.
Yeah,
For a level 1
laying eggs
dungeon?
and shit.
Tim's like, no, that's clearly like a level 5 boss.
Yeah, that's a bit heavy for level 1.
Eh,
That's why I went with Goma, because it's usually the first boss you fight in a game.
it's got like a main like weak spot on it that's very easily telegraphed. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Well, it could be something. Actually, those were similar fights. Of course, Link did not get into a mech suit and throw it out of an airlock. So I guess I'm just hoping for a mech fight. I think I just keep hoping for one.
Look, little German grandma, she's coming. She's got a mech.
And then, Donut gets into a little bit of trouble, and then he's like, "Get away from her, you bitch!"
That's what I was gonna say. If we're fighting an alien boss, that you gotta get away from her, you bitch. Or what's other Ripley lines that are?
I'm Ellen Ripley.
Yeah, it was shocking when Carl said that. I did not see it coming for sure.
Nuke it from orbit, just to be sure.
That I can see Carl saying.
I mean, that's essentially what he just did. So
A little bit, yeah. Any other predictions, Jennifer?
I mean, I think we're gonna meet a new party friend at some point. I don't have any. I mean, now I really want the lady on the walker, Granny. So if we could make that happen, I'm all for it. But otherwise, I don't really have a prediction on what kind of person that will be. But Granny would be the best.
Okay. We need a granny. Gotcha.
We need a rogue. We have
Ooh,
a mage, we have a
yes.
warrior, monk, whatever he is. He punches things. She's weird. We need someone who's a rogue,
Someone to be sneaky. Yeah.
That could be useful. Yeah,
which would be fun just because like the sneaky person wouldn't be the cat because the cat is not sneaky.
definitely not. This cat is not a sneaky
The
cat.
The
No.
cat is a diva, so we need somebody else to sneak.
I think if we do get a grandma, though, she should be the archer, and being the ranged character, it's just a grandma with a gun.
Grandma with a gun.
A big old Uzi.
Grandma with a gun. She's
Alliteration.
the archer.
Someone down
Yeah.
here has a gun.
Somebody.
It's gotta be grandma. It's gonna be grandma.
There's got to be some Uzi somewhere.
Grandma with a gun. Oh wait, we would get tagged by.
No, we won't.
I mean,
Somebody's gonna get mad at us.
if you're heading down into
Yeah.
something called the World Dungeon, you should probably bring some kind of weapon. Of course, if you have like a bunch of guns in your house and you're outside your house, the house is gone now.
Yep.
You're not getting those. You have whatever you had with you.
True. Maybe this was a badass grandma who did some, neighborhood patrol, and she just had it with her.
And maybe the hobo could be the rogue character because people generally avert their eyes from the homeless
no one pays
as they're
attention.
walking by them. No one pays attention to the homeless guy, and then here's homeless guy with a shiv, and then he's a backstabbing rogue.
Sneak attack.
Yeah.
You'll pay attention to me now. He also he has a give me some change ability where he gets extra money off of monsters that don't notice him.
Pickpocket.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, we need a rogue. I think the next
Yeah.
companion we're gonna meet will be a rogue.
Needs to be the rogue
Okay.
because we have our tank and we have our mage.
Now we need a
And
DPS.
Yeah, we need DPS. It's a manic pixie dream girl with an AK-47. That's the DPS.
Is it weird that I'd love to see that actually? Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, gun.
I would also like just like someone who's a murderous psychopath. That'd be fun too.
It'd be fun. Definitely.
Murder
Manic
Hobo.
Pixie Murder Girl.
That one robot, the stabby robot from Futurama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Roberto
Yeah.
is his name.
Roberto. Get Roberto in there.
Practice my
Man, I'm gonna stab
stabbing,
you so
Red.
much, you're gonna wish I didn't stab you so much.
That's a good one. When
So, yeah.
you said a killer robot, I immediately thought of have you guys watched Creature Commandos?
Yes.
GI Robot is a great murder robot
Yes. I want him to show up in Peacemaker 2 so much.
in the live action.
Yeah.
Peacemaker.
Scanning for Nazis.
Somebody was just telling me today that is a popular online theory, is that the alternate universe that Peacemaker goes to is like a universe where the Nazis won and everyone there is really a Nazi, and so we might see GI Robot show up because he loves Nazis so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping.
And I was like, but wait, isn't GI Robot played by Sean Gunn, who's already in the live action Peacemaker? I was like, yeah, but it's fine.
Yeah. It's who would care? Who would know? Nathan Fillion played the guy with his arms that detached in Suicide Squad. Now he's Guy Gardner.
True. Nathan Fillion's good. So is Sean Gunn, for that matter.
Yeah, I haven't disliked Sean Gunn. I liked him back even when I didn't know he was to James Gunn, and I just watched Gilmore Girls.
Oh my, yep. I sometimes forget that is the same guy, but yeah.
That is the same. That's how I knew him.
Totally.
I knew him before I knew his brother.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Because
Yeah,
Gilmore Girls, that was like early 2000s.
Yeah. I know
And good
James
show.
was working on like trauma stuff, but I didn't watch trauma stuff. That stuff is awful.
Man, now I want to go down to Gilmore Girls rabbit hole, but we don't need to do that. It's fine.
It has been like 20 years since I saw Gilmore Girls. I tried to watch the revival. I could not get through that.
it was not
Nope.
great.
It was not good. I think I got like an episode and a half in, and I was like, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Okay. Anybody
Other than Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, who was? I think Mike was next. Mike, do you have any predictions you wanted to?
I do want more party members, definitely. I do want Mecha Grandma. Let's see. What do I really think is going to happen, and what do I kind of like is my wish list for happening here? I guess what I really expect is that we really need to start getting more people to show up, even if they're not party members, maybe as enemies or as just to see how other people are reacting to this new situation. Because I would imagine that there's some people that are completely batshit lost their minds when this started happening and they went crazy, and other people, this was their dream that this would happen, and they're just they're totally down for it. This is the coolest shit. So I want to meet other people just to see what their reactions are to this world, because Carl has been pretty even keeled so far about it. He's been taken to it pretty well, but he's still apprehensive about some aspects of it. As far as a wish list kind of crazy BS to happen, I guess I do want to see what happens when the floor collapses. Because what I'm wondering is that when we see the clip show, are they also going to go really dark with that? And we're actually going to just also, along with clips of people doing crazy fun stuff, are we going to see just a bunch of people dying in all of these horrible ways? So I'm expecting the clip show to just be the most morbid garbage, and then it shows Carl smushing something and Princess Donut being really cute, and then it just shows a dude just being smushed underneath the foot of a cyclops or something, and it's just oh, there you have it. We got the losers and we got the winners, and if you lost, you died screaming. And I just want that to just be an existential crisis moment where they're just oh shit, this is so fucking real now.
Do all that, and all anyone talks about are Carl's feet.
Yep. His feet are the star.
Yeah.
His feet are the
Yeah.
star. Anytime that's I
Yeah,
did other
totally.
things. I did so many other things. Even Donut did some stuff. And she's they're into your feet,
Yep.
man. We gotta own that.
The
We
chat
gotta own
and the
feet.
AI, they're both in. The feet are big.
Yeah, what if the AI is just representative of the universe at large, and they all like feet?
Yeah, it's trained on them.
I mean, I didn't watch all of Westworld, but I assumed that was like what it was all about in the end.
Feet.
So
Was
You
there
know.
a foot world in Westworld? That would have been okay.
Probably. I mean, we just may not have seen it.
I didn't watch the final season of Westworld, so I guess that could
I
have
didn't
been
either.
relevant.
did we ever get to Kanye Westworld?
Thank God, no.
Was there a world where he was Jesus? Because I would imagine in that future he would have made one that was all about him.
I mean, I believe that. Yeah, he might be
It'd
working
be
on
funny
that
if
right now.
Carl finds a pair of Yeezys and he's just like, you know what? No.
Oh, he finds
I
shoes
want
that
to
he doesn't
choose,
want to
but
wear.
no. Yeah,
That'd be
he'll
fun.
just find shoes where he's like, nah, I'm good.
I don't like these.
No.
Oh, it's specific to the race, like the species that you are. So yeah, maybe they're all like high heels and pumps. And he's like, and he just goes barefoot
like,
anyway.
Yeah, he's like, I'm good. I'm good. Platform shoes would be hilarious for him.
He was willing to wear the pink Crocs, so
You're right.
Yeah,
How
but
much
that was
worse
out of
can you really get?
necessity. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and then maybe he'll have like a moment where he'll have some catharsis and he'll think about the situation with his girlfriend and he'll be like, maybe she just made a mistake and I should give her a break. My heart will ache either way. Hey, what the hell? What do you want me to say? I won't lie. I can't deny I did it all for the nookie.
It took me way too long to know where we were going there. Yep.
Yeah.
It's because he's Mr. Fantastic with how long he can stretch that.
Look, it took me a while to find the lyrics for this, I'll tell you.
He's been working hard behind the scenes for you, the audience.
I'm putting the effort in. I'm putting in the work, guys.
Okay. Tim, any predictions?
All right. You know the movie Tremors?
I do.
All right. So
No.
one of the grabnoids in that grabs the
Graboid.
truck earlier, and one of the tentacles got ripped off, and they called him Stumpy. And he was an antagonist throughout the entire movie. We're going to get an antagonist monster. We don't know if it's going to have a name. It's going to be like Stripe from Gremlins or whatever. It's going to have something distinguishable that maybe Carl did that's going to like follow and fight throughout the entire book. Because we need an enemy. We need someone you can punch. We don't need it just now. We're still in the tutorial area and figuring out everything. But I think he's going to create a bad guy so that you have an emotional investment on some mook.
Okay. Got to put a face on the enemy. All right.
Exactly.
I love any time in any story or movie that they do that. They create like a hero bad guy character like that out of happenstance. Because we were watching that thing about Alien versus Predator the other day, and they had a hero alien that had like this crisscross pattern on it because the Predators burned it, so it had it for the rest of the movie. And I'm like, I love any time that we have like, oh, and it's that guy too. He's here too.
He's that guy. All right. I'm trying to picture what this is. Maybe it'll be a goblin. He's already tussled with some goblins.
It could be a goblin. It could be one of these bug things, like the ones that mean business. Like maybe it's got an even bigger brother or something.
It's like the Billy Goat's gruff, yeah. It's the cockroaches.
Yeah.
I want it to be a fairy.
It could be
just
a fairy.
because that would be funny.
They do get the damage bonus
he's
against
weak.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's weak against them.
I do think those are probably later on, but who knows? We also got a bugbear reference, which again, where's Wizards of the Coast like lawyers?
There's different levels of fairy. You get the little tiny ones down to like the Fey Queen or whatever, all the way up, so
to me that would be funnier if it was like a cutesy like fairy enemy type that they didn't even have to hostile, but it auto hostile because of his goblin tattoo. So they end up having to beat it up and then leaving it there. So you just have like this cutesy looking fairy with just like this villain scar down the side of their face and like, I'm going to kill Carl. And Celeste just follows him down.
I will get you, my pretties. Okay. I like this. I'm excited to see what bad guy could possibly be a recurring
Yeah, even if it doesn't speak, I think we're gonna get some kind of guy, someone that you can be like, it's that guy, it's Hook Hand, something.
Okay. Anything else?
Principal from Ferris Bueller.
That's all I got right now, because like I can do like far-ranging things, but like just trying to stick to maybe in this book right now. I'm like, I think we're gonna get a villain that is gonna have like a distinguishable thing, have a grudge against Carl.
And we haven't really had any of because we don't really have a whole lot of information just yet, so it is hard to do deeper ones. But I do think that there is like a big shake-up rules change thing that's going to happen soon. But we will see.
For some reason, when you were like, has a grudge against Carl, my immediate thought was like, my name is Inigo Montoya. Carl, you killed my father.
Killed my father. Prepare to die.
You smushed my father. Prepare to die.
Oh my god, it's the other Croc.
Offer me toe rings. Anything I want.
I think that wraps us for today, y'all. Let's thanks for listening, everybody. Remember, we're doing this bi-weekly, so tune back in 2 more weeks for the next 8 chapters, 11 through 18. We will discuss those. If you'd like to send us feedback, you can leave a comment wherever you listen to this. I guess unless it was like Apple Podcasts, they don't do comments, I don't think. So you can leave us a review if you like. That would be good. If you want to send us an email, the address is dgmj@mail.com. So you can send us emails there and we will check them out. We are recording these at least a couple weeks before they actually come out. So if you did care to send something, it might be a little bit before you heard it if we read it and responded to it on the show. So keep that in mind. Thanks, y'all. I have been Data.
You have to?
Bye.
Peace.
I was and shall remain Mike.
And we will leave you with our pick of Mordecai advice for the week. Always give your cat the biscuit while you're still in the guild. Good luck out there, crawlers.
There I was, just minding my own business, wandering through an ancient tomb, when I accidentally stole a medallion. Now this ghostly horse skull follows me everywhere. Johnson, where are those reports? And get that ghost head out of here. Return what you stole. I already pawned the necklace. This thing's ruining my life. Is this you? Hi, I'm paranormal exterminator and former arsonist Sal Manella, with an amazing offer. Curse away. Curse away? How does it work? Well, I'll tell you, paid actor. With our proprietary formula, this spray will make even the most stubborn hex turn into an X problem. Well, again, how does it work? Well, you spray it on the troublesome haunt, then you use any store-bought matches. Matches? Yep, matches. Wow, he's just like screaming, and he's like in a lot of pain. Of course he is. Curse Away works on all of these paranormal predicaments. Forbidden scrolls filled with dark knowledge, haunted dolls, haunted houses, hexes, exes, your ex's house, my ex's house, and chupacabras. Wait, is this stuff just lighter fluid? Curse Away. You made me do this.